In certain temples, there are people that are indispensable despite their role or as a part of the family. The same goes to Sinzi Siya Temple, the oldest Taoist temple in Kuala Lumpur. Sinzi Siya Temple had been running for 152 years, and however, the temple are able to maintain and operate as how it is now is the unsung hero, the chairperson of the temple, Chow Kwet Thai. The role of being the chairperson of the temple had been inherited for the past years of generation, and behind all the story is full of blood, sweat, and tears.
This temple was established in 1864年，到现在来就是150周年，是吉隆坡第一间华人庙宇啊。吉隆坡来讲。
There are more than 5.5 million Buddhists in Malaysia, with a population of about 28 million. That is almost 1/5 of Malaysians. Buddhists are mostly found in major states like Selangor, Johor, Penang, and Kuala Lumpur. Currently, the temple is how it is now, from a normal temple to a tourist attraction and one of the must-go for Buddhists in Malaysia. For prayers, whether during special occasions or basic prayers. The Sinzi Siya Temple maintained the Chinese culture for the past years and aimed to continue to inheriting the culture down to more years and generations.
这个我们游行的时候啊，就是拿这两个替身，这个是先师爷、师师爷，他的替身来的，就是坐在那个轿子里面的，他不能够拿那个真的神的法去献他的神，就是拿这个替身，这两个是他的替身，去那边。这个神像就是每个人在家里供奉了，他们或者是换签啊，换一个新啊，或者是什么，他们就拿过来了。
放在这里这样子啊。
我们收容了，不是他随便乱丢就不好。
是。
是啊，我们拿过来，我们可以洗干净它，放在这边。有缘的人，你现在你可以拿回去。
啊，明白。
给开光。可以开光啊，开光拿回去供奉也可以，就是这样。
Da Xiu Yan, a folk sorcery popular in Guangdong area of Hong Kong. It's also known as William hitting, where its purpose is to curse one's enemy using magic. If a person felt that they are having crisis on their work or towards certain thing, they can go to the Sinzi Siya Temple for this event. The temple will also organize this ceremony on the Jingzhe Day, which is the 24 solar themes of Chinese calendar for devotee to participate. Even during days, the temple is also open for villain hitting session. On the 15th of October in the lunar calendar is one of the Chinese culture festival, as also one of the deity's birthday. During the day, the deity will provide human blessing or chase away the bad luck. However, Sinzi Siya Temple will never miss out such important Taoist festival. During this event, the temple will pay for a dojo master to do the process of inviting the deity's blessing. Moreover, this dojo master mentioned that he was invited twice a year for the most important Taoist festival. His workload is also tiring, as he had to maintain his method of the process. The session of the dojo master is once every hour from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Other than chasing bad luck away, the festival also helps to have better luck. In 1962, Yap Aloy received a dream from Sinzi Sia advising him to remove the job he had in Seremban and go back to Kuala Lumpur to start off a business. As years pass by, they receive unexpected results on their businesses. On the 1864, Yap Aloy decides to build up the temple to commemorate these deities, Sinzi Sia and Zhou Gong. The beginning, it was using a house and later on collecting self-business money to slowly renovate into what it is until now, after 152 years. In the beginning, operating the temple was not easy. Based on Mr. Chow, he mentioned that the temple was simple and crude. However, they managed to get money by collecting rental fees, combination of other 11 temple communities who are also inherited for generation. Some uses their family business money in order to support the temple. Until now, for many years, they had been donating and doing charity to certain high school, hospital, about each for 1 million ringgit. On the other hand, there are other platforms that donates money to the temple as well.
我听我父亲讲呢，我出师的时候是1941年，刚刚就是日本来马来西亚打仗，来马来西亚救火。这样呢，出师的时候叫什么名呢？国泰民安哦，比较人民比较安稳点，好点哈。这是国泰有庙，就他们有信徒。那像我来讲，这里是他保佑以前的人呢，保佑那些人的健康啊、平安啊，这样哦，就是这样。这个寺庙是因为纪念这个先师师爷啦、圣明帝啊，还有一个四师爷，就是中公两位神明。
Other than Mr. Chow, one of the temple custodians, Ranjit, has been in the temple since she was a little girl. She had been working in the temple to the age of 57. Ranjit ended up in the temple distinctives was due to her parents, who are the second generation settlers in Malaysia. Ranjit was born with the parents of the current temple custodian at age 80, Wong Ai. And until now, she is still managing the Sinzi Sia temple. In addition, it is a generation task for carrying the temple in Wong's family for about 60 years. The Sinzi Sia temple is not only historical in the appearance, but also the people and the inside stories.
My name is Ranjit. As I was a small girl, I used to stay at the same. So after that, I studied everything and then went out and worked nursing job. Then I came and joined them. I just observe what everybody is doing and everything. Then I also do my own work. I also have my packing to do. Do cleaning, sometimes if a customer doesn't know how to pray, you just teach them how to put the job on. Of course I enjoy. From a small girl, I've been here. I like to live here. The environment here. I love the people here. All around, and then my boss lady, then she's sitting there. She's the one who small time when we grow up, she was also with us. Our parents, when they were around, then we all grew up together. All my memories. And she was a small girl. Then we were together. Then her brother was sitting here just now. Pedro was a small one, born and brought up here.
During specific day of occasions, such as the 1st and 15th day of the Chinese lunar calendar, Chinese New Year, and other deities event, the temple workers are extremely busy. They had to deal with crowd of people and the large amount of smoke that comes out from the joysticks. Especially when it is crowded, the air will be hazy and cause uncomfortableness to the eyes. Moreover, Buddhists offers incense during prayers, as it contains virtues such as calmness, abstaining from the bad, and acquiring knowledge. Mainly, it is meant to be getting rid of the evil that is stuck in your body. The workers are having a busy schedule in inserting joysticks into packs, folding of large amount of paper for people to purchase and burn. The workers opens the temple at 6:30 a.m. to prepare the temple's necessary needs and routine. And when it comes to a special occasion, they need to reach even early at 6 a.m. and start working until 5 p.m. The cleaning up of the temple requires a large amount of work, from sweeping the floors, washing off the teacups, putting off the lamps, and cleaning up the specific areas. Moreover, there are many taboos in Chinese culture. The worker have to be careful while cleaning up. The cloth to wipe the cable must not use to wipe the bowls and cups that are offered to the deities. As Buddhist Temple is a non-profit organization that provides free entrance, the same goes to Xinxi Xia Temple. During every 1st and 15th of the lunar month, there will be sponsors that come by to provide free vegetarian food during lunch hours to everyone in the temple. They are a group of friends that decides to operate this activity in order to do good deeds and as a way to contribute back to the society and the temple.
每逢过年年30晚呢，转运啊，转大运啊，都很多人来。这样这个很好的。我们的收发部就是比较，怎么讲啊，健全，同时我们也每个收发人都彼此都很对这个庙很什么了，很注意。好像我们只是12个受托人，没有会员，所以好像说我们的财产这样多，很大，你怎么你不能够说收入这样多你都没有公布出来，你会员也没有，你们只是12个人知道这个受托部只是知道而已。你钱用在哪里都没有人懂，所以我们现在就是有放在每一年都有做的那些慈善啊、教育啊、我们捐款啊，我们都放在那个庙的面前公布出来，所以我们知道大家都信徒啊、大众啊都可以来看啊，这样。因为我们这个不是自己做出来的，是很严格的，是由会计师那边做出来的。 承认了的，我们才出来公布了，这样知道你的钱哪里来哪里去这样的，大家都好，这样，所以我们觉得比较很骄傲一点我们可以做到这一点，就是这样。
Buddhists will use incense or joss paper, which are paper craft made into burnt offerings, which means to ensure that the spirit of the deceased has a lot of good things in the afterlife. The workers will deal with ashes of burnt paper. When it all stacked into a level, they will just throw into the dustbin or just leave it there. However, sometimes it is risky. They will need to keep track of the fire so it won't be too overloaded and hurt people that are trying to burn the papers. So, without them, there won't be a safe designated area to do legal burning of joss and incense papers.
我在这里任这里47年，47年，我在1972年加入这个庙。
明白。
那时我才31、2岁，32岁。
所以您从经营到现在一直都是很开心，希望能够看到所有的幸福，能够把满满的这种喜悦啊、信仰啊带回家，真的是吗？
对。
好，没问题。
都是这样的。
没问题。
这个我们都是在生之年也是要为社会服务一点，就是这样咯。现在发展到现在也是很好了，因为我们拿到那个国家的文化遗产的那个什么，国家文化遗产。
Mr. Chow gladly introduced the upcoming museum that will be opening soon in the year 2021, as currently it is still under renovation. The museum will be about the historical stories of the temple that have been passed down for many years. Mr. Chow's job as the chairman of the temple is tedious and not popular, whereas it is not one of the choice that people in the society will choose to work as. But he decides to continue to inherit the position and plan the future for the temple. Same goes to the temple workers who work under him at such historical Taoist temple. Without all of them, the temple will not be operating as how it is now. Unsung heroes? Yes, they are.